All right, we all know ChatGPT is changing the lives of everyone in America every day, but how is it changing for real estate agents? My name is Chris Colgan with eXp Realty powered by Place, and I am using ChatGPT every day in my real estate business, and you can as well. So in this video, I'm gonna break down my 6 ways that I am using ChatGPT every way and how it's really significantly helped me to grow my business in 2023. If you don't know who I am, definitely subscribe to my channel where I talk about all things for real estate agents and real estate agent training, as well as if you have any questions about eXp or Place, book a Zoom call with me. And if you're in the Northern Virginia area, I definitely want to talk to you about joining my team here. But let's get right into the video. I'm going to use a real life example of me using ChatGPT and how you can easily just copy my method to help you grow your business in 2023. So let's get right into it. Right here locally in Northern Virginia, I have a YouTube channel. If you want to look it up, you can just copy what I do. It's Chris Colgan, Northern Virginia. But let's just say I live here in Washington, D.C., and I want to do a YouTube video on the pros and cons of living in Washington, D.C. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into ChatGPT right now and write me a YouTube script on the pros and cons of living in Washington, D.C. for a real estate agent channel. Let's see what it comes up with. I need to learn how to type YouTube. That would help. So let's see here. So opening shot. So they'll kind of go through, break down like how an opening shot would look, opening scene and all that. Hello, welcome to my channel. In today's video, we'll be discussing the pros and cons of living in Washington, D.C. I've helped countless clients find their dream home in the amazing city. Let's dive right in. So I actually like the intro that it came up with, and I probably would be walking around with a vlog camera, and I would just be showing it around, showing you the different things as I'm walking around the town. Culture and history. We obviously all know that Washington, D.C. has a ton of culture and history, job opportunities. So I'd walk around to a different spot in D.C. and I'd say, you know what? I maybe have some office buildings behind me. There's tons of job opportunities. We have the federal government here. We have the Pentagon. We have the military. Every time a new president is elected, we get a whole new administration. So there's another pro. Talk about public transportation. I probably would get on my camera, be near the metro station, take some B-roll shots of that. And then I would go into the metro and say, hey, you know what? One of the keys and pros of living here in Washington, D.C. is our public transportation. We have the metro system. It's totally clean, reliable. We also have a comprehensive bus system. So ChatGPT is actually smart enough where it has broken it all down for me. And then dining and nightlife. Of course, it's Washington, D.C., which city doesn't have big dining and nightlife? So I might say something like, we have a great dining and nightlife scene. Some of the best restaurants are, Nobu. And I like to go to Echo Stage. I would kind of be in those areas, or maybe have an editor do some B-roll of that for me. Now let's get into some cons. And again, like ChatGPT, we'll talk about cost of living. Of course, Washington, D.C. is super expensive. We all know that. So I can kind of talk about that and say, hey, what I would mention is some of the housing here can be really pricey, can be expensive living here. The average price is blah, 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 blah. Traffic. We all know Washington, D.C. is terribly known for traffic. I would kind of just be standing there, right there, talking about traffic in the area, the worst in time. And then the weather. Obviously, Washington, D.C. can be super hot. If you've ever been to D.C. during the tourist season, it gets really hot. And in the winter, it can be freezing here. So ChatGPT, actually, it really helped me come up with a good script. Now, what I would do outside of that is it tells me to mention crime, which I'm not going to get into as a real estate agent. But what it actually does is it helps me kind of get a good layout and a good script for making a YouTube video on the area. And you got to see, when you make these YouTube videos, you just want to make them really basic. And that's what I really like about it. I probably would sprinkle in maybe, hey, one of the pros is I really like this neighborhood, or I like living here. You don't have to have a car. You can use Uber, and I can also have it rewrite that for me. So number one, right there, just so easy. Just have it write a YouTube script for you. So let's get into number 2. All right, guys. So this one I really love. So I recently started using a platform called Substack. It's a blog writing newsletter. You do have to have a good amount of people to in that newsletter already, but you can send it out. I really feel like it's the future. It connects with your Twitter, your LinkedIn. So let's talk about article or blog writing. So what I would probably do, it's not going to know your local market stats or anything like that, but what I would use to do is, let's say this, write me a blog article on the 5 best road trips from Washington, D.C. to do in a weekend. So let's see what it comes up with. So right now it's coming out, it's spitting out a full-fledged blog article for me. And so what you'd want to do with this is really easy. You go in and you kind of take what it's saying. It gives you a good layout, and it talks about, look, Skyline Drive. It's kind of funny. I know exactly where that is. That's like where you're on top of the mountain. Virginia wine country. A lot of things that people don't know is Virginia's really known for wine. It already knows this. So it's mentioning Middleburg, Virginia, Barrel Oak Winery, which is close to me. So right now I'm getting a really good article out of this where I would have had to have gone on Fiverr and pay someone probably $100 in Annapolis and Chesapeake Bay, or Gettysburg in the Civil War, and then Colonial Williamsburg and Jamestown. And it's giving me good detail. So a really quick, easy way, if I want to get some Google juice, is to go on ChatGPT and have it write a blog article for me. Or I can even do something like write a blog article on the top 4 things every homeowner needs to do in the spring. Now for me, I think like that's going to be way too vague. Like if I'm looking for people that are moving to Washington, D.C., I need to keep it D.C. related and local related, but you can see it's going to spit out something else for me here that I can use. But again, for me, like that type of article is going to be way too vague and probably going to be really competitive on Google. So you want to niche it down. So let's say maybe it wasn't Washington, D.C. and you live in a little town in Texas. I'm going to make or Portland, Maine. You're going to say, hey, what's my 5 best road trips from Portland, Maine? So those are just like easy things that you can do. Article and blog writing, I think, is the biggest key for ChatGPT, because you can really build up that Google juice, but definitely just make sure you proofread some of it, because sometimes I've had it do a little bit of errors, but we all know this thing is getting better and better every day. All right, number 3, Facebook ads. I've actually had it write me a few Facebook ads. So write me a Facebook ad for an open house I am having in Washington, D.C. this Saturday from 12 to 2. I like to be a little bit descriptive for it. So right here, looking for a new home, Washington, D.C. Don't miss out on this open house this Saturday from 12 to 2. Come and check out this stunning property located, blah, 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 blah. And it kind of just gives you a good Facebook ad template. I think this one's going to be a little bit wordy, but what you can do is use that, maybe add some things that you did already for the property, some specifics about there. You can say, hey, come meet with me. I'll be there at the agent. This is the address. You put that on your Facebook page and then you boost it. But this thing right here will easily help you write a Facebook ad. Like we could do something like, let's try another one. Write me a Facebook ad telling people to sign up to search foreclosures for sale on my website, chriscolgan.com. Let's see what happens. Let's see if it figures this out, because this is going to be kind of hard. I love this right here. Attention all home buyers and investors. Are you tired of searching for the perfect foreclosure property with any luck? Look no further than chriscolgan.com. Our website offers extensive list of foreclosures. So right there, I'm already got the carrot in front of them. Hey, let's check it out. So when I click on make the Facebook ad, the link is just they're going to click it. It's going to pull up all the foreclosures in my area, or maybe I just do the whole state of Virginia, or my whole MLS for that matter. And then it gets them in there. So right there, it just wrote me a simple, easy Facebook ad. I've used that trick a couple of different times for open houses and all that. Let's get into number 4. All right, number 4. So maybe you want to do some TikTok or Instagram reels, but you're not sure what to talk about, right? You got to have specific things to kind of catch people's attention. And one thing to keep in mind, they got to be 10 to 20 seconds. So write me 5 topic ideas for my real estate TikTok channel. Let's just see what it comes up with, something that vague. So tips for first-time home buyers, such as how to choose the right location, what to look at, real estate investing, educate your followers on the basics of real estate investment, home improvement hacks, provide your audience with creative and affordable ideas on improving their home, neighborhood tours, taking them on a neighborhood tour, real estate market trends, show them what's going on in the market. So right away, it just gave me 5 quick and easy short form content ideas. So right there, I could just pull up my phone, jump on TikTok, walk through a neighborhood, give it a tour. I could come up and say, hey, a great home improvement hack this spring is you want to clean out your gutters, do all that, whatever you want to talk about on there. Tips for first-time home buyers. Before you go out and look at a house, you definitely want to talk to an agent, talk to a lender. You want to talk to them about different types of financing. So right here, it's giving me 5 short form content ideas in no time that I can easily use. Number 5, which I can't even believe, is it actually has scripts in here. So let's talk about this. Can you write me a script on calling expireds for my real estate business? So let's see what it comes up with. Hi, my name is Chris Colgan. I'm a real estate agent with EXP. I noticed your property was listed for sale and it's since expired. So you can actually go on here right now if you want and have it write you out a whole expired listing script, right? And then it actually gives you some good like pointers in there. It says, feel free to adjust your script to fit your personality. You can actually say something like this. Can you also, and I'm just gonna make this up, also add that I sold worth over $1 million. Sure, so then it updates the script for me. And now it's going to have in there, I'm a real estate agent with, Chris Colgan with whatever, Remax, Keller Williams, whatever company, Compass. May I ask what happened with your previous agent? Willing to know my successful track record. Last year alone, I sold over 10 homes worth over $1 million. So anything you want right there, you can tweak the script to like your local market. Maybe you're in a market that's more like water natured, or you're in a market that's more of like a second vacation home. Hey, I've sold 10 vacation homes. So it really helps you tweak that script, which is kind of unbelievable. But let's do one more and I'll show you guys. This is another hack that I've been using. Last but not least, we have number 6, write a sales letter. So the sales letter idea I came up with is I have a buyer letter. So let's say you have a buyer looking for a property in a really hot area. You can have ChatGPT write the sales letter for you. So here you go. I need a letter to send to homeowners. I have a buyer who is looking for a townhouse under 500,000, and I want to mail home owners in Washington, DC, and see if they are interested in selling. So let's see what it comes up with. Dear homeowner, I hope this letter finds you well. My name is Chris Colgan. I'm a real estate agent with real estate whatever company in Washington, DC. I'm reaching out because I have a buyer who is currently looking for a townhome in your area. So I'd probably just tweak it, and you can tell ChatGPT, dude, I have a buyer looking for a townhouse in Piedmont. I was wondering if you might be interested in selling. My buyer is looking to spend up to $500,000. I believe your property would be right, and it's a great time to sell, and I'm a local expert. And it goes in here. So right there, it'll write you a sales letter. So I really love all the things on here. I think this thing is just going to get better and better. But comment below if you guys are using ChatGPT or if you have any other ideas for me. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed that information. Like I said, super easy. We know this technology is changing daily. So I will do an updated video in a couple months and show you how I will continually keep using it. Definitely comment below if you guys are going to use these strategies, and when you do, if they are working and what's not working for you. Let's try to build this thing up together. Definitely subscribe to my channel. I'll see you at the top or from the top.